Welcome to the Lauren Blackwell channel. It is becoming a lot more difficult to disagree with Monique when she talks about Oprah. I've said this before, and every time that these two sort of are in the same conversation, we see that more and more. That when Monique says something about Oprah, it appears that she is accurate. And recently it was about the comments that Oprah made about Whitney Houston, when Oprah said that in 2009, during the taping of the Oprah Winfrey show, Whitney Houston visited her show, and Whitney Houston fell, and Oprah made it seem as though it is because she was on substances and that was the reason why she fell. And we've heard a lot of people say that, well, Whitney Houston was struggling with addiction at the time, around that time, and it is possible that she may have been under the influence. It is also likely that she did fall, but one does not necessarily have anything to do with the other. And then other people are saying that even if it does, why is Oprah bringing this out now? Why is she talking about it now, after the passing of Clive Davis? It was just the timing threw a lot of people off. And the fact that she talked about it at all threw a lot of people off, because despite all of the mistakes that Oprah may have made, that people have pointed out, she's never come across as a messy person. Okay, it just seems like she just has her way of doing things and it does not agree with someone else's way of doing things. But I never would have imagined that Oprah was a messy person that would just bring up embarrassing details about another celebrity that she experienced, which she herself said that they tried to keep quiet so that they do not embarrass Whitney Houston. But for some reason she decided to bring it out to the public, and her timing was very poor. And obviously Whitney Houston is not around to refute the allegations, so whatever Oprah says pretty much stands, right? So a lot of people were not happy with Oprah for bringing it up, and they were dragging her all over the internet streets. And so I'm not surprised that Monique would weigh in on it. So recently Monique was in a podcast called it's a YouTube channel, I believe. It's called My Husband is My Best Friend. And she talked about Oprah, and she said that basically she does not agree that Oprah decided to bring this up because it will not be fair, as Whitney Houston is not around to defend herself. And she kept stressing that it needs to be fair. If you're going to talk about someone, you gotta say it when they're around to defend themselves and bring up their own details and explain to the people why what you said is not true. But since Whitney Houston is not around, she said it was very, very unfair for Oprah to have brought this up, especially since it's not particularly something that shows Whitney Houston in a good way. And a lot of people were agreeing with her, which is no surprise. I mean, this is a lot of people's sentiments. It's just nobody asked for this specific detail. I feel like every now and again we begin to see how we have overestimated how dignified a lot of these celebrities are. If you have true dignity and you carry yourself with the self-respect that you portray to the public, there are certain things you would not do. Nobody's perfect. We all make mistakes, and if quite frankly, we all talk about people that have passed away, but there is a way you can talk about a person that cannot defend themselves that has passed away. You can say positive things, or you can talk about them if they are directly related to something that you absolutely have to talk about. This is not something that was necessary to bring up. If nobody knew about it, then it should have stayed that way. So there is no reason why Oprah should have brought this up, which is why a lot of people are upset with her, and so is Monique. Now, Monique was she was clear in saying that she still loves Oprah, that she's just correcting Oprah's behavior, and she's just pointing out certain things that Oprah does that she does not agree with, but that does not mean that she does not love Oprah. And she said that what she's saying does not come from disrespect, but from accountability. And basically she wants Oprah to be more responsible with the things that she says and the way that she treats certain people. I don't know if I have heard Oprah apologize for the things that she has done to people that people have pointed out, especially the blatant ones. She never quite apologizes. I personally have not seen her apologize for those things before. And I don't understand why. What is wrong with apologizing when you upset a lot of people? Especially when you know that you're wrong, when you're clearly in the wrong. Now, she can say that she has the right to talk about her guests if she wants to, but if you have upset a lot of people and they are letting you know that what you've done is wrong, I don't see where the harm is in simply apologizing. Now, whether or not she has apologized about this particular statement that she gave, or this thing that she has said about Whitney Houston out of the clear blue sky that nobody asked for, whether or not she's apologized, I don't know. Maybe she has apologized directly to Whitney's family, perhaps, because after Pat made the statement that she made, and when Whitney Houston's people refuted the argument and said that no, she was unfamiliar with the area and that was why she tripped, and it had nothing to do with drugs, and Oprah was wrong for saying that drugs was the reason Whitney Houston tripped. After they said that, I haven't really seen more statements be released by them, so it is possible that Oprah has called the family and offered her apology. So I don't want to say that she has not apologized, but she has not made any public statement taking back what she said. I'm a strong believer that if you come out to the general public by way of the internet and say something on your huge platform for everyone to hear, and it harms another person's reputation, and you recognize that and you decide to apologize, it makes sense to me that you should apologize using the same medium and format that you made the statement. The reason is that is the best way to send the apology back to the same audience that you first made the statement to. With someone like Oprah, it doesn't really matter which medium she used, whether she said it vocally or she just typed it. A lot of people are going to see it and it's going to be talked about, and that's fine. But I still think that if you are super loud in saying something disrespectful, your apology should be just as loud. You do not get to say something that harms someone's reputation and then you go behind the scenes and apologize to their family. I mean, that's well and good, but you still need to come out in public and correct your statement. That way people know that you truly are apologetic. Because what is the reason for her not coming out and offering a public apology or correcting her statement? Is it ego? Is it that she's trying to maintain her reputation that everything she says is true and other people are mistaken. Like, what is the point of that? I don't see the point. So yeah. But anyway, a lot of people agreed with Monique, and which is not difficult to see why. There were some comments that I saw under the video of Monique at this YouTube channel when she made this statement about Oprah. And some of the comments said, "I love Monique." Well, some of these people are famous people. So by the comments, you can see that they clearly agree with Monique's stance on this and disagree with what Oprah has done. Someone else said, "This woman will forever, and I do mean forever, be one of the realest and biggest impacts the industry can and will ever have. Monique is truly a queen, and her confidence and solidness to stand on her word and articulate the logic of everything she says is unmatched. I love her down." And someone else said, "Monique, she deserves to be back on the throne. She should have a talk show again, lead role in movies. She's too good not to. She's too good. Enough with is blackball." Okay, I don't know. I don't know what they're trying to say there. Someone else said, "I'll always respect Monique because she always speak up." Another person says, "At the real Monique worldwide is a real one, but her being so strong, they're scared of that." And then someone else said, "Monique been standing on business, but y'all didn't want to listen." And then the last one I'm going to read is, someone said, "Was I the only one who believed Monique when she first spoke about Oprah?" So yeah, Monique does speak out. She's not afraid to speak out where a lot of celebs are. She knows how to point things out and talk about things that affect her and affect the industry. A lot of us non-celebs will think that that is a positive thing, but as a celebrity, that is not. They don't see it that way. They see, well, a lot of them appreciate that she's able to talk about things that affect them negatively when she talks about those things. But the people that truly run things do not like people like Monique that speak out so vocally about injustices that they experience or witness in the entertainment industry. That is no secret, okay? You have to be able to keep your mouth closed, your ears closed, your eyes closed, or at least pretend that they're closed when you see these kinds of things happen. Because when you call people out and you're calling the people that have more power than you, more influence and more resources, basically the people that are running things, of course they are not going to like that. So it is no surprise that Monique is in the situation that she's in, where she's experiencing this lag in her success. Monique should be so much bigger than she is. She should be one of the biggest comedians out there and a much bigger actress. But because she speaks out, she has a tendency to call people out regardless of their position in the industry. This tendency is not a positive thing if you are working with those people and you're trying to get ahead. They are not going to like it, okay? You're calling out their friends, their associates. It's going to affect their pockets. Even if it doesn't directly affect their pockets, they don't like people that they consider to be their subordinates being too vocal and being what they interpret as disrespectful. And this is how they interpret Monique's behavior, which is why she struggles in areas where she should be excelling in. The general public may celebrate Monique, which honestly, I think that the support of the public is the reason why she's able to be at the level that she's in now, because if it was up to the higher ups, they would have kicked her out a long time ago. But there's a magnitude of support that you get from the people, the audience, that can actually shield you from the people in control, from just having them kick you out of the industry. They kind of lose a little bit of power, because people are going to follow you. If you go to a smaller venue, people are going to follow you there, and if a lot of people follow you there, you have a crowd. So it's kind of hard to kick people like Monique out completely, because she still has a lot of people that support her. And you can see by the way that people agree with the things that she says that Monique has a lot of support, which is good, because considering how vocal she is, she would have been kicked out of the industry a long time ago. People don't like it when you talk a lot, when you bring things out to the public, when you share your opinion. A lot of people don't like it. So a lot of the more successful people know when to be quiet, and they know when to speak up. If you guys have noticed, a lot of the bigger celebs that speak out, that are vocal about certain things, they tend to be vocal downwards, like at the people that are smaller than them or at the same level as them. Perhaps they speak out about other actors, other artists, and upcoming actors, and influencers, right? And then the media, which media is very general. It's people are less likely to take it personally when you're speaking about the media in general. You're not speaking about a specific media company, because then you're bringing it too close to home. So they speak down at the issues and the behaviors of people that are not their superiors. They never speak up about their superiors though. So they're able to portray themselves as some sort of advocate for people, but are they really, or are they just trying to give that impression without actually calling out the people that need to be called out? If you're calling out people and you're not talking about the bosses or the people that actually make the rules and run things, then are you really calling anybody out, or are you just trying to add your voice to the pool of voices so that you seem like you care about something other than yourself? So some people cannot see through these things, but some people can. And clearly Monique does not care. If she feels a certain way about something, she's going to speak up about it. And that is why she was struggling a lot, initially. I don't think it's so bad anymore, because people are slowly coming to the realization that a lot of the things that Monique says are either true or are based on, like, they can be proven. You can see the proof, you can see what she's saying. It's difficult to disagree with someone when you can literally see what they're saying. And very slowly people are coming around, because there was a time a lot of people were not supporting Monique. They thought that she was being just loud, aggressive, and angry and upset that she wasn't making even more money than she was already making. There was a time that people had that impression of Monique, but it's starting to look like that is turning around, because they're starting to see that a lot of the things that she says has a lot of truths in them. And not even just with this issue, with this statement that Oprah made about Whitney Houston. Besides this, it's other things that Monique has talked about. So we do tend to see it, what she says, which is why a lot more people are starting to believe her, and she's starting to gain more support. And we all know what happens when that becomes the case, is that once when she says something, even when there is no visible proof, people will begin to take her word for it. Like, gradually, as people begin to believe her more and more, the more the probability that they are going to begin to take her word when she says something about someone, which to those people, to the higher ups, makes her a dangerous person. So Yeah, I do not expect that Oprah is going to apologize publicly for this. And I do expect that Monique will continue the good work that she does and continue to speak out when a lot of people are afraid to do so. That's all I have on Monique. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. I will see you in my next one. Bye, guys.